Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are at Islands of Adventure today. We've been doing a lot of updates over at Universal Studios side, and it's just like been super hot. So today we're like, let's just cut the updates. Let's just ride a bunch of rides. A lot of times we're walking around the parks, trying to get you guys as much footage as we can about everything happening here at Universal Orlando Resort. But today, we're just gonna go have some fun, but also experience what is arguably like the hottest week happening in summer right now. So can we survive this sizzling heat right now? Well, that is a trick question. We can obviously survive the heat, but it is very, very hot. It's been the hardest week to do vlogs just because it drains you after like an hour of just being out in the sun. I tried to dress a little bit lighter today as we are heading over here to the turnstiles to go ahead and get inside. Also, I've been hearing people talk about how the parks are like not busy and blah, blah, blah. It is super busy still here in Central Florida. Over at Universal, over at Disney, both parks are still pretty slammed. So whatever you're reading, maybe it's down a little bit from like last year or something, but it is very, very busy in the parks, and it has been pretty much all summer. We still do have a few more weeks here of the heat and the crowds because right around like mid-August, you really start to see a downward trend as everybody is going back to school. So really that late August to September window is always great, but it does kind of start the Halloween season, which has gotten a lot more popular here in Central Florida as well. So things to kind of keep in mind when you guys are traveling. However, I feel like we're not really moving here. Here's the best tip I'm gonna give you guys about visiting the parks. So you come in, obviously you want to go right down the main alley here, but if you want to save yourself some heat, take a little shortcut through the buildings. I'm telling you, any of the shops, anything that you can get through and come out on the other side, that's always going to be a good way to just get some AC and stay out of the heat. So we're going to head inside here. Literally, we're just walking through. We're not really looking, I mean, maybe I look at a little bit of merch. We are in here, but mostly we're just going through. Well, hello, Captain America. This is a lot of merchandise. This is how they get you. Put all the AC inside, and then you're stuck going through all the merchandise. I also don't think I've covered, they kind of have these like, I call them almost like college or university wear that they've released here at Universal. It's 1912 Universal Studios. It just reminds me of like college merchandise almost. Like I said, university style. I will say, this is actually a pretty nice shirt here. It's kind of like that moisture wicking style. So it's kind of cool, a little bit old school, but kind of with that like new school touch to it. I don't know if I've ever seen this Honeyduke's Loungefly. I'm sure it's not new, but definitely looks interesting. I do plan on heading over to the Wizarding World today. It's been a little while since we've headed back there. All right, enough of the detour through the merchandise shop. Now it's actually time to get into the park. Ooh, I see Velocicoaster going. I am very excited to do rides today. Again, most of the time in the parks, we are coming in, giving you guys updates and, you know, just really kind of walking around, showing you things and maybe doing a ride here or there. But today, like I said, we're gonna be doing a lot of rides, so really excited about that. But look at this beautiful view. You get Hogwarts in the background, you have Velocicoaster right here, beautiful Jurassic Park building. I don't think I've paid enough. Oh, wait a minute. There goes Hulk. Oh, wait, it's an empty train. See that? Oh, wait, I guess it goes over here, doesn't it? But it's an empty train. I was gonna point out that I didn't know that they had like a Loungefly booth here. Again, I don't know if I pay enough attention to the booths sometimes. I'm gonna have to keep my eye out a little bit more. I mean, I feel like I've seen all of these, to be fair, like in the other stores, but they have like a full booth here for just Loungefly bags. Today is a real feel of 106 right now. It is about noon to 1 p.m. We'll see what the weather holds as we get around that 2 to 3 o'clock mark. But as of right now, like I said, real feel 106. It is a little nicer today because we do have a little bit of a breeze coming through. Yesterday there was zero breeze and it was real feel 107. That was pretty rough. So today at least we're getting a little bit of a breeze. Like I said, I wore a little bit of a lighter shirt today, hoping that kind of helps out. So let's hope that I don't get totally overheated. I do need to point out Nicole has been here since rope drop. Her friend is in town. They decided to rope drop. I said, I'll pass. I'll show up at the hottest point of the day. Beautiful move on my part. Not the smartest. Either way, they got in and they did Velocicoaster, Hagrid's, Jurassic Park, I think like Dudley Do-Rides, all within like 2 to 3 hours. So they really knocked out a lot of rides. We'll definitely try and do a video for you guys on like whether or not rope drop's worth it. But just based off of Nicole's experience this morning, definitely seems like it is, especially when the crowds get like way busier in the late morning to early afternoon. And also when you just want to beat the heat. Obviously, the earlier you get to the park, you're not dealing with that crazy sun like I am right now. things to keep in mind. But like I said, I think we'll do a video on that at some point coming up here. I just realized I have yet to come to the new Universal Orlando AP Lounge. What is wrong with me? Let's go check it out. Well, the UOAP Lounge was kind of unique. I guess it was a little small and it wasn't as AC'd as I thought it would be. So just kind of took a look in there. Mostly you just get some of the annual pass merchandise. There's some seating in there, a few drinks that you can buy, and that's kind of it. I was expecting a little bit more AC, to be honest with you. I feel like I really wanted to sit somewhere where I was getting really cooled off, and I was like, yeah, I'm still a little warm, so either way, just a little bit in there, nothing too crazy. Have no mistake though, it is still better than what Disney did for the annual pass holder lounge. Number one, it's like all year round. Number two, at least it's a little bit themed. But number three, it's its own location. They didn't just like take part of a restaurant and just like slap it in there. You know, no offense to Disney, but come on, I feel like you could definitely put a little building or just like a little almost like alcove at that point, just to like give your annual pass holders something more than just part of a restaurant. Either way, I digress. I need to find Nicole. Now, she said she was doing Popeyes and she was putting her stuff away, so I don't know if she's already ridden it. She's not answering her phone, so my guess is they're either in line still, on the ride, or heading back to the lockers. I don't know how long the wait was, but I guess, you know, it's really hot out. People probably want to go ahead, get on some water rides. Now is definitely the time to do it. Also, just set my arm on this. It is blazing hot. Ow, again. This is also a little interesting. So there is a sign here saying that the last cruise set sail 1 hour prior to park close. Maybe I was looking in the wrong place. They did say they were doing Ripsaw like 6 times in a row, so maybe they're back on Ripsaw after Popeyes? I have no idea. I can't find her. Oh, we get a little wet up here. Should we retheme the whole vlog? The case of missing Nicole? I think that's what we're doing. Switch the whole vlog up.
2 hours later.
It is storming right now, at least thundering, and it looks like Dr. Dooms is down. They have the protesters out front, but also I haven't seen Hulk going yet in quite a while, except for when we first got in. I've been waiting for a bit. I haven't even seen it launch yet. I don't know if it's down only because of the weather, but apparently Nicole said it's been down since this morning, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. I actually think we might be heading to Universal side, so I might have lied to you guys only because the storm came in. I did find Nicole, by the way. She is up there, but we will have to keep an eye on the storm as of now to see what ends up popping up. Maybe we'll go do some inside rides for the time being. Well, we have some storms definitely rolling in, so we figured we came over here to the Green Eggs and Ham booth, and we'll go ahead, have a little bit of lunch at this point, because it is all around us. You can see the storms, we can hear the thunder. I think we're about to get a massive storm on us right now, so we actually, like I said, might head over to Universal side here in a minute. Will definitely depend. Obviously, one of the best places to eat here is the Green Eggs and Ham booth, but wowzers, look at that. Oh, here comes the window too. All right, it is time to dig in. We got the buffalo chicken tots, obviously the best ones. Here's a little tip. Ask for a little side of buffalo sauce because sometimes you want a little bit more. They do a decent job of getting it on there. And then Nicole likes to always get a little bit more ranch as well. So just a little tip when you guys are getting them. You can see the water. We don't have any rain at the moment, but what we do have is the storm still out that direction. But I will tell you right now, the humidity is absurd. I feel like I'm like hotter now and it feels like the temperature's dropped, but just like the humidity, wow, that got really bad really fast. On the upside, I can put my sunglasses up for a little bit while the sun isn't totally beaming on us, but it's super weird. Like without the sun, you're still just as hot and just as sweaty. Bad heat. Either way, we are heading over to Spider-Man right now. We're gonna go ahead. It is now 4 p.m. Time has flown in no time here on the video, but we're gonna head to Spider-Man, skip the line for that because it is after 4 p.m. And we're hoping that the storm kind of moves. It looks like it's staying in place, and then maybe Hulk will open up and we can go ahead and do that right afterward. Well, I guess Spider-Man is currently down, so that's a bummer. I actually don't see Spider-Man going down very often, so what I think we're gonna do is maybe actually now, my original plan, head back over to Universal side. On today's version of What Fell Off the Hulk, we have glasses and a hat. Not too much, actually. Good job. To be fair, I guess it hasn't been running much today. Well, just kidding. Right away, now we are coming back to Spider-Man. It did open up kind of the last minute. So now we're going to go ahead and get in line. This vlog is going crazy. It is also nice to get in this AC here right now. It's been a long time since I've been Spider-Man. Well, almost right away, we get into Express, we scan in, and it goes down again. They told us that they won't give us fast passes back, so they said maybe if you ask nicely and they're kind, they might honor it later. Tell me this isn't the craziest day right now. I feel like we haven't even gotten on anything, or at least I haven't. Obviously, Nicole and her friend have, but what the heck is happening? It's just hot, it's like the world just wants me to be outside in the heat right now. All right, we are now just committing and going over to Universal's side. We can't keep wasting any more time. We don't know what's going on with the weather. We also don't know why all these rides are going down. So, Universal side. I feel like this goes back to the start of the video where I said we were starting on Islands, and I guess we weren't. I guess we were just always meant to be over there. We have made it over to Universal side, and it seems like everybody's on the same plan. Everybody came over here because it was just so busy over there at Islands with everything being down. You really couldn't get on much. It feels like we were just here yesterday. Kind of, because we were. Also, if you guys want to see all of the updates for HHN and everything happening inside the park, go ahead and check out my last video that I released, because we go over everything that's been happening here at Universal Studios. Also, I just saw Rip Ride going. Also, a good way to tell if you're gonna like VillainCon Minion Blast, if you ride Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, then you're probably going to love VillainCon Minion Blast. If you're not a Despicable Me Minion Mayhem fan, you're probably not gonna love VillainCon Minion Blast. And it's just based on the fact that you either love or you don't love the Minions. That's kind of how I imagine the people that are gonna wanna ride the rides. Like, you either love the Minions or you don't, and then you're gonna ride the rides or you won't. And what did I tell you? Of course, I was just here yesterday. Literally less than 24 hours ago. What the heck are they doing out here? Unless there's a concert or something, but if this has anything to do with HHN, you've got these like little trusses over here all connected. It looks like they're putting like netting around. There's gonna be like a soccer game or something here. There's no way. This isn't HHN. I don't think so. But maybe. But probably not. But what the heck, literally here yesterday. That's crazy. We have just finished up on Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. That was the smoothest ride I've had yet. It was vehicle number 1. I don't know if you guys can like request a vehicle. For those of you that know, this is such a rocky ride. I feel like it bangs my head up every single time. I was vehicle 1, row 2. It was the smoothest ride I've had yet. So that was fantastic. I guess if you can wait for it, I would do it because that felt really good. Also, looks like Rick's Flicks is up there streaming, talking about Rip Ride. It also just went up to a 120-minute long wait. All right, I did get confirmation. This is for the Florida Cup that's happening, I believe they said next Monday and Tuesday. So something pertaining to soccer. And right behind me, this is the stage that we were looking at. I don't actually recognize if those lights up top were there or not yesterday, but all I know is they have a lot of lighting going in for HHN this year, way more than I feel like we've seen in a while, but I feel like it's all over and there are a lot of lights. So I think they're gonna be doing some crazy work. I think the scare zones this year are gonna be top notch, at least from what I'm seeing. It looks like they're really gonna put it together. Really excited about that. Again, we will keep you guys updated as that all kind of comes together. But I mean, I'm just like looking around. Every building has so many lights. It's crazy. All right, need to put our stuff away, and then we're going to get on Mummy here now. We did finish up over at the Mummy, and weirdly enough, the timing was off a little bit. Not horrible. Also, my badge is kind of flopping in the wind right now. There is some wind today, and it has been windy all day, which has been nice to kind of survive the heat. But right at the end, I thought we were gonna actually hit the vehicle in front of us, right as you're kind of coming into like that final stop before you either split left or right. Our vehicle like slammed so hard it actually felt like we hit the vehicle in front of us. And I actually don't know if we did or didn't. We were a little nervous. Most of the times if you were to hit a vehicle, all these alarms go off and basically the ride's gonna stop. So I think we came up just short, but it was very close. It's a little bizarre. We are heading into Diagon Alley to pick up some butterbeer on this warm day. Always so busy here. I will say in my last update video, I didn't come over here into Diagon Alley to point out that the Death Eaters will be coming and you can see my shadow, but take a look. You can see some lights in here, and we are going to most likely be getting some smoke and some green lighting that will come out of here. It's gonna be cool because before it was actually over in Islands of Adventure, over in Hogsmeade, I believe, is where they were doing all of the Death Eaters kind of interactions. So now that it's here, they're definitely gonna be able to disperse the crowds even more because people will actually come in here a lot more. Also right next to it, you can see the stage. Do not climb, by the way. I think this wasn't roped off before, and then people were sitting on it, and now they actually just went ahead and roped it off. So I went with something a little different today. I actually went with the Otter's Fizzy Orange Juice. Nicole still ended up getting the butterbeer, so I did get a little taste there, and I gotta be honest, it's just not as good. I mean, butterbeer is really hard to compete with already. But this feels very soda-y. I don't really love soda, and the flavor just felt too sugary and just like sweet for me, to be honest. I'm still drinking it, it's not too bad. I actually like the cinnamon flavor in there, but definitely I would say the butterbeer is more of my flavor palette, to be completely honest. Now we are heading over to Men in Black. Hopefully gonna get some high scores here. It's only a 20-minute wait at the current moment, so hopefully we can get that done and then knocked out, and then we'll see what we go and do from there. Maybe ET? I don't know, the lines are still a little long right now. It is only a 15-minute posted wait, so this will be a nice easy one. We're not gonna express this one at this point. Hopefully, again, pretty accurate on the 15 minutes. It was 20 as we were heading over, and now it's 15, so I'm guessing it's just trending downward. So probably pretty close to a walk-on. Well, we just finished on Men in Black, and I got spun out. We got hit 3 times. I was spinning like crazy. I was reading online in like the MIB like 900 Club Facebook group. I was trying to read their tips and tricks. My worst one yet. Worst one yet. I got 101,000 points, and I missed the bonus. It was my worst yet. I'm typically like a 300-ish thousand, like somewhere between 300 to 400. Every once in a while, I'll be like right under 3. 101,000. My worst yet. That was embarrassing. But now we are going to head over towards ET. Go ahead and do that for now. The heat is still here, but again, this breeze, like I was mentioning, has been a lifesaver today. I mean, it was still incredibly hot so far, but I will say the wind and like the breeze has really just made it at least a little bit more manageable. Also, I should point out that Nicole ended up getting 119,000. She did get the bonus, so 19,000. But technically, she did beat me. So for that, I think we should get a thumbs up on this video. Nicole has finally beat me at Men in Black. We're not gonna be bitter about it. Either way, thumbs it up for Nicole. She did finally beat me in Men in Black. She was very excited about it, so congratulations to Nicole on this one. We are heading over to DreamWorks Land. Oops, I guess not yet. I also did see in the concept work that the Woody Woodpecker ride back there that's red, apparently it's getting turned green and gonna turn into a Trolls roller coaster. I think on my update video I said I wasn't sure if they were gonna take that down. With the concept art, it was getting colored green and turning into Trolls. So I guess we'll see that kind of happening at some point this year. It's also still so bizarre that we're like navigating back here to go to ET. Like I feel like people that don't come here enough or really know, it's kind of hard to tell that this is happening over here. It's like, hey, there's a ride behind all of these walls if you go really zigzagging around. Also, look how close we are to this structure. Literally went vertical so fast. All right, we are over at ET. We are using our Express on this one just because the inside could be kind of hit or miss. It does say posted 20, but we still kind of have a lot to do. Officially done with ET. And again, take a look at how close we are. At this point, it's literally just steel beams, but we are very close to this construction work that is going on right now. I saw them with like cranes out here the other day. Either way, I mean, they definitely went vertical here. It's gonna be exciting to see kind of how this all develops. It's definitely nice now that the sun is starting to go down and we're hitting that 7+ o'clock range. You start to kind of feel, you know, a little less gross all day. Again, this entire week, it has been 100+ degrees at Universal and just here in Orlando, not just at the theme parks, obviously. And it's a lot to deal with. And, you know, a lot of people actually have pretty good attitudes. I've got to give a pretty good credit to the people that I've been seeing around the parks. Everybody seems to be at least decently cheery and, you know, definitely has a better attitude than I thought for how hot it has been. Again, when you have 105+ degrees pretty much the entire week, it'll definitely get to you. But as of now, everyone's been in a pretty good mood. So Good job, people. Well, I guess I should point out that they actually have some of the HHN lights on top of the SpongeBob store pants. Was not aware that that was happening. I think I just totally missed that yesterday. So there are some lights up there to kind of add on to yesterday's updates. Did this vlog not just like go off the rails like crazy? I feel like I showed up, I thought we were doing stuff over at Islands. It was miserably hot, and then everything kind of closed. We had storms. Then we were like, we're leaving Islands. Then we weren't leaving Islands. Then we came over here to Universal. Then we just kind of like did some rides. Originally was gonna get a butterbeer, but ended up getting like the Otter's fizzy orange juice or whatever. It's like, I just feel like everything just like went off the rails today. Still had a great time so far, but it's just like, what happened? I think I had an initial idea for the vlog and it just like completely shifted. I kind of wanted to talk about the heat today, and it's hot, and it's been hot all week. I mean, insanely hot, 105 plus. Again, real feel is what that technically is, but I mean, it's been very hot here. But holy cow, did today just get super random. So if you guys have made it this far in the video, thanks. I appreciate it, because it's just super weird what happened today. But it was fun. We actually just took a stop inside of the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary tribute store. Oh, do you guys feel the wind out here? No, you can't feel it. That was a dumb question. Do you hear the wind out here, rather? It is kind of crazy. I just saw that Dillon Minion Blast had a sign that said that they will not be opening the rest of the night. They said they are in technical rehearsal. They closed it down at some point, and somebody was just asking. They said, yeah, not any more tonight. Kind of stinks, but that's the whole thing with technical rehearsal. It can go up, it can go down at any point. Well, it did just get a little bit later than we kind of thought it was going to. I think we're just gonna wrap it up. Again, super hot here in Central Florida. We survived the day. We will continue to survive week to week. Again, 105 plus degrees though. Either way, thanks for hanging out with us and kind of just a random video. Like I said, this thing got off the rails really fast. I don't really know how or why, just weather plus temperature plus just like how things lined up. I don't know. So again, thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and hopefully you guys had some fun. If you guys want to see more content like this, or maybe a little bit more structured, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.